What's going on, guys? JSGC here, back again for another daily Manchester City transfer update, where today we've got updates on Andrea Cambiaso and also Nico Gonzalez. So before I do crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, then do subscribe to my channel. I'm going to keep you guys up to date with daily Manchester City transfer updates, with everything that's going to happen on the penultimate day of the transfer window here in England, and also transfer deadline day tomorrow. It's going to be really busy, so if you are new around here, do subscribe. It is free. Also, don't forget social media links, they're in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up on the video. We're aiming for 600 likes. We smashed 600 likes in yesterday's video. Can we do the same today? That is the question, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Also, don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comments below. And finally, I want to say a big thank you to today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by Stocks FC. Stocks FC is a football stock market where you can buy stocks in your favourite players and earn cash rewards based on performances. Stocks FC are giving away 5 free stocks to every user that signs up this month to help get you started. It also gives you the chance to familiarise yourself with the platform. You can scout young new prodigies and buy them early before the price potentially rises. You can also buy stocks in star players too. You can earn rewards for players when they're named in teams of the week, month and season. You can also get in-play rewards where players get points for every goal, assist or key pass that they make, and this will allow you to earn weekly dividend payments. Your free loan stocks are eligible for cash reward payouts for 1 month, so why not get involved? Check the link in the description to get your 5 free loan stocks and begin your journey with Stocks FC, and thank you to Stocks FC for sponsoring today's video. So we've got no contract news, so we're going to dive straight on in with the outs, and we've got the very latest on Manchester City young striker Will Dickson. Now, Fabrizio Romano said yesterday that the 20-year-old academy striker at Manchester City was set to sign for Motherwell in Scotland on a season-long loan, which I think will be really good experience for him in the SPL. We're just waiting for official confirmation of this, and then last night it was made official that Will Dickson has signed for Motherwell on loan for the remainder of the season. So I wanted to wish Will the very best of luck on his loan move north of the border in Scotland. Now, we're going to dive on into the ins. We've got the very latest on Hugo Viana, and Record in Portugal have said that as the Portuguese transfer window is coming to an end, Hugo Viana is going to link up with Manchester City this week and stay with Manchester City for the remainder of the season. His time with Sporting Club de Portugal is done, and an announcement is going to be made later in the week for Hugo Viana to work alongside Txiki until the end of the season, before Hugo Viana will take over from Txiki from June 30th of this summer. So I'm expecting for Hugo Viana to very much be kept in the loop with everything that's happening for the remainder of this window. We do know that Hugo Viana has been working with Txiki in this window, because people have been in Manchester having pictures with Txiki, and who was to be seen in the background of them pictures? No other than Hugo Viana. He's been in Manchester in January sorting out Manchester City transfers with Txiki, helping to get the deals for Kodia Husanov, Vita Hayes and also Omar Marmoush over the line for Manchester City, and he will be very much kept in the loop with what is happening between now and the end of this transfer window, which does close tomorrow, 11 PM GMT. We're heading in here to the final 2 days of this transfer window with business very much still needing to be done by Manchester City. We're waiting for Jacob Wright to leave. We will see what's going to happen with James McAtee in terms of the incomings. Are we going to make a move for Andrea Cambiaso from Juventus? Nico Gonzalez, what's going to happen with that? They've got a lot of question marks and things still to be sorted, with time pretty much running out. Now, before I do crack on and speak about the next player, Andrea Cambiaso, I do want to speak a little bit more about today's video sponsor, Stocks FC. So, I now have 11 players, thanks to a couple of recommendations. I've added Milinkovic of Nottingham Forest and Justin Cliver of AFC Bournemouth to my portfolio. This came from recommendations in the YouTube comments on yesterday's transfer update. So I wanted to say a big thank you to regular viewer Adrian for that comment and recommendation. If you've got any more recommendations about players you think that I should buy some stocks in, and we can have a good discussion about that through my portfolio, then do just let me know in the comments below. So my 11 players, I've got Milinkovic, the defender at Forest, who's having a solid season so far. I've got Justin Kluivert, striker in red hot form with AFC Bournemouth. Yes, he didn't score yesterday against Liverpool, but still having a pretty solid season. Morgan Gibbs-White having a great season, scored yesterday for Nottingham Forest, who picked up a great result against Brighton at home, winning by 7-0. We've got Alexander Isak of Newcastle having a really good season. A couple of goalkeepers in Alisson Becker of Liverpool and Bart Verbruggen of Brighton, and also keeping an eye on 2 Manchester City players today in our game against Arsenal with Joško Vardiol and Phil Foden. In terms of my loan stocks, I've got Rodrigo Bentancur of Tottenham Hotspur, Harvey Barnes of Newcastle, and Naif Aguerd of Real Sociedad. So my rewards were yesterday before the games at 9 cents, and now at 31 cents. So in terms of the rewards, we're earning money, which is good to see. My portfolio was valued yesterday at $29.08. It's now up to $37.42. I've got stocks now in 8 players plus 3 loan stocks, taking the total up to 11 players. So let's see how this compares as we complete all of the fixtures for this week. As I said, any more suggestions, do just let me know. And for the City lads, hoping that we can see Joško Vardiol and Phil Foden having really good games for Manchester City today, and hopefully a City win as well. Fingers crossed. In terms of the loan stocks, you can go and get yours. Use the link in the description or the QR code. It'll take you to the sign up page where you can sign up for free, and you can get 5 free loan stocks, and this will help to get you started, and you can come and join me on Stocks FC. And thank you to Stocks FC for sponsoring this video. So on to the meat. Andrea Cambiaso, the 24-year-old Italian fullback from Juventus. He's very much still a target for Manchester City in this window, and City haven't given up on him. This is according to Rudy Galetti, who I will add isn't the most reliable of sources, but you guys were asking for an update on Cambiaso. It's gone very quiet on Andrea Cambiaso, and that's the last that we've heard. Now, Manchester City like Cambiaso. Potentially, they see him as the alternative fullback for Kyle Walker, because he does play on the left-hand side, so he's a left-back who's both-footed, can play on the right-hand side as well, can also play in central midfield as well. It's believed that City have already got their agreements in place with Cambiaso and his entourage. Juventus were willing to negotiate on the price, then they weren't willing to negotiate on the price. As we dip closer and closer to transfer deadline day, it means the likeliness of Juventus getting some business done becomes highly unlikely, despite them getting a lot of cash for Cambiaso. And to me, just speculating, but everything seems to be pointing towards Cambiaso maybe not making this move for Manchester City in this window. We did see Kyle Walker leave the club earlier in the window to go and join AC Milan on loan, so there is a spot for a fullback. Manchester City are very relaxed about the deal, and they are happy to explore this deal in the summer, as they are as happy to explore this deal in this window as well. So the question is, what's going to happen with Nico Gonzalez? If that ends up going to nothing, I can see Manchester City reigniting their interest in Cambiaso to make that deal happen, as he ticks the boxes when it comes to fullbacks, can also play in midfield as well. The question is now, is a late move and a late bid going to come in from Manchester City? Well, stranger things have happened, but it's also been a very strange and unusual transfer window for Manchester City, because we normally do no business in January. We've been very, very active in this window, and right now I'm ruling nothing out. In an ideal world, I want Nico Gonzalez and Andrea Cambiaso. With the tight turnaround for transfer deadline day, I'm not sure that's going to happen, and why Man City have left it so late, I'm not sure. Anyway, moving on to the final transfer. Latest on Nico Gonzalez, the 23-year-old Spanish central midfielder at FC Porto, with a release clause of €60 million, which in today's currency converter is £50 million and £150,000 on top of that, so £50.15 million. So Mike McGrath at the Telegraph have said that Manchester City remain hopeful that that £50 million release clause can be negotiated before Monday's deadline day here in England. Remember, shuts at 11 PM GMT tomorrow. A big few hours ahead and a big day ahead for Manchester City. Now, Fabrizio Romano, because it was eerily quiet yesterday, I put a tweet out saying, I presume this is the calm before the storm. With Manchester City playing today, might complicate things. I have a feeling we might get 1 or 2 updates knocking around before the game, and I imagine we might get a couple of updates after the game as well. And then transfer deadline day, I'm predicting potentially all hell could break loose. Now, Fabrizio Romano said there is no problems on personal terms. Manchester City simply want to negotiate that fee. Manchester City valuing Gonzalez at 40 million euros, not 60 million euros. So talks continued yesterday, and they are going to continue today, even though the game is on. Transfer deadline day tomorrow, more talks will continue from there as well. Now, there have been some rumours, so I do want to address these rumours. They are only rumours, nothing more, but apparently City wanted to negotiate this fee because of Barcelona's involvement in this transfer. Barcelona let Nico Gonzalez go to FC Porto, but included a 40% sell-on fee. Barcelona, if Nico Gonzalez is sold for that release clause of 60 million euros, would get 24 million euros from that deal. It means that FC Porto would only get 36 million euros from the transfer. Apparently, and this is where the rumours are coming in, FC Porto could potentially get more money if sold for less. I am not entirely sure how true this is about this 40% sell-on fee, but some rumours are suggesting that the 40% sell-on fee is only active if the release clause is met. If it's less than the release clause, then that sell-on fee percentage goes down. So I think Man City are just exploring to see what the deal is, see what the crack is, as we'd say here in the UK. But apparently Barcelona have got a buyback active in this transfer, which is active until the summer, where they can bring Nico Gonzalez back to the club for 30 million euros. Now, Barcelona could activate that. However, unless they immediately sell him for profit, they're going to struggle to find the cash to afford that transfer and register him. So I'm not concerned that Barcelona are going to gazump Manchester City, but what I am going to say is this transfer is very complicated. And that complicated, ideal world, it's going to need weeks to iron things out and get all the knots unknotted and get everything sorted and everything placed in order for this transfer to happen. It's complicated. We're giving ourselves days here, not weeks. So I don't know why we've left this so late. I don't know why we weren't exploring this potential deal at the beginning of this window to tie it up ASAP, give ourselves time. We haven't given ourselves time, and there is the potential here, every potential, by the way, that this deal may not happen. We need a central defensive midfielder. Nico Gonzalez is that player that can help cover there. He's got bags of potential, looks a real tidy talent. He can cover in the number 6 and the number 8 role, so he can play alongside Rodri as well as rotate for him, and he'd be ideal for Manchester City. So under a normal circumstance, I'd be saying activate that release clause, 60 million euros, take off the complications, the job gets done. But we've got to explore every avenue before that gets done. And realistically, Man City want to give their staff, the social media team and everyone enough time as possible to be able to prepare the content and get everything prepared. And if an agreement isn't found today, they're not going to be given that time. And I would say the latest that this transfer would be given to try and find an agreement would come tomorrow. And I imagine it'd have to come tomorrow afternoon here in the UK at some point. So we will wait and see what will happen with regards to that. These are a very tense, 24 to 36 hours when it comes to Nico Gonzalez. Cambiaso very much in the background as well. Who knows? Man City could end up pulling off a double deal and completing what has been an amazing transfer window, bringing in a left-back finally and potentially a central defensive midfielder as well. It sets Man City up really nicely when it comes to the summer transfer window in letting some potential big names leave and bringing in some potential big names as well, as we look to try and work through more transitional periods for Manchester City, not just through this window, but into the summer and potentially beyond from there as well. So I will keep my eyes and ears open. It's going to be a busy one. You do want to stay up to date, so if you haven't already, do subscribe to my channel. It's the easiest way to stay up to date. It's free to do, so just press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on to be notified immediately for when I do upload. I'll be back with another transfer update tomorrow for you guys to enjoy. I'll be doing a transfer deadline day special live stream that you can stay tuned for. I'm also going to be keeping you guys up to date through my YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, and TikTok. All links to them are in the description if anything does change over the next 24 to 36 hours for you guys to enjoy. So do go and check out my social media links as well. They are in the description along with my email if you want to hit me up for any sponsorship for any videos or any general business inquiries. Do leave a thumbs up on the video. 600 likes is the aim. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do go and check out today's video sponsor as well, which is brought to you by Stocks FC. Do go and check out them 5 free loan stocks. It's free. It's worthwhile checking out. See if you guys enjoy it. It's available internationally for everybody to enjoy. And do remember, it is free to sign up as well. Just simply use that link in the description or the QR code on screen, as it does help to support the future content created here on my channel. And I will be back with more content later on today. Live stream watch along Manchester City's away game against Arsenal. It's going to be a big one in the Premier League, so do come and join me on that. We can talk transfers on there if you so wish. Link is already out on my channel if you want to go and set your reminders. And I'll see you all again real soon for the next Manchester City video. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.